Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. This movie's nuts. It's a bowl of fruits and nuts. I mean, I can't, I didn't even rewatch it for this video because it's so lodged in my head that I can just recall any scene that I want to. Because this movie operates and runs on Looney Tunes physics. The first Home Alone movie is a classic, of course. Home Alone 2 takes everything bigger and crazier. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still do enjoy this movie. It's nowhere near as good as the first. But as I've gotten older, I have just recognized that this movie is like staring into the mouth of madness, and madness is staring right back at me. Honestly, I don't even know where to begin. So I'll just rattle off some of the crazy stuff that happens in here. First of all, this is a main plot point. Kevin gets lost again, but not like he was forgotten at home. He's in an entire another city while his family is in Florida. This would never happen today, like even more so than in 1990 when he was left at home. This scenario would never happen today. Due to how banking is set up nowadays, Kevin's whole thing at the plaza, his $970-ish on room service, that would never happen, or at the very least, his dad could get it canceled off of his card through Bank of America or whatever bank he does have. Tim Curry plays the maitre d' at the Plaza Hotel, and he's secretly one of the best parts of the movie. But I mean, Tim Curry's kind of like bacon or peanut butter. He goes great with everything. Seriously, I cannot listen to someone say, have a lovely day, without thinking of Tim Curry in this movie saying it. Have a lovely day. Donald Trump makes a random cameo here for about 5 seconds. In this universe, there's a sequel to Angels with Filthy Souls called Angels with Even Filthier Souls, because I guess Two Angels, Two Filthier was already taken. Kevin has this little thing called a talk boy, which is just incredibly impractical. I mean, how can you record those conversations in such great quality in 1992? I mean, sheesh. I can't even record something on my phone on my voice memos out without sounding like I'm recording it in a cave. Marv and Harry are back, and they are pretty much back to rob a toy store that's going to donate its profits to charity. Yeah, these guys are a-holes. Kevin takes refuge with a bird lady, though she turns out to have a heart of gold, so that's okay. Before all that happens, though, the maitre d' and the concierge, played by Rob Schneider, of all people, catch Kevin and try to throw him out of the hotel and turn him into the police, but not before being fooled by the Angels with Filthier Souls movie, and honestly, one of the funnier scenes in the movie. Shout out to the boy Cliff. He got the raw end of the deal. Oh, and lest we forget the traps. Oh my god, the traps in this are just crazy. Like, they are even crazier than the first one. Marv gets electrocuted to the point where we can see his skeleton. Harry gets his head set on fire again. He not only notices it, but sticks his head in a toilet to try and get it out, to put out the fire, but the toilet has been filled with flammable liquid. And he somehow survives the explosion. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm struggling to keep it together here because this is so freaking silly. I was rewatching this particular clip just to get it fresh in my head. Number one, how does Harry have that amount of upper body strength to do a handstand on top of a toilet? Second of all, how could he not notice the fumes from the flammable liquid? And number three, and most important of all, how did he survive that explosion? Honestly, I was half expecting this when it happened.
Fatality.
Not to mention that this is taking place in an abandoned house, but I imagine there are neighbors, and just why is no one calling the police? Why is just no one running down the street like,
help! Help! Police! Help!
There are just so many whys. Just whys for days. But strangely enough, I have a lot of positive feelings towards this movie because even though it is bigger and sillier, there is genuinely some moments where I do appreciate the heart. And there's actually some really touching moments, honestly, more touching than the original. But it's crammed into just stuff that even Michael Bay would say, tone it down. I give this one a recommendation, but on the basis of saying that this movie is just a big old bowl of fruits and nuts. So enjoy.